My name is Tanguy Leborgne, and I am the Vice President for Consumer Solutions at Plantronics.
Hi, Eric Parati, Senior Manager in PLT Labs or the Innovation Team at Plantronics. So as Tanguy said, we have these devices. This is called a Wearable Concept 1. It sure looks a lot like Plantronics Legend. And in fact, it has a lot of stuff from Plantronics Legend, like a capacitive sensor. This guy here, however, has a lot of additional functionality built into him. This is last year's device. We're going to go to this year's device, but I want to talk about last year's device first. Last year's device had an accelerometer, a gyroscope, a magnetometer, an MFI chip, which hooks you up to Apple, and some other great stuff in it. And we've been using that at hackathons, including the hackathon at the AT&T hackathon over at Palms right now. So everybody is over there using this device. What we're sharing with you today is the white one, the Stormtrooper Frankenstein headset called Wearable Concept 2. It actually looks more, if you have it on video, it looks a little more like this when it's done. Right? Wearable Concept 2. Okay. So long story short, he has all the things I've mentioned, like he can do pedometer functionality like a Wearable Concept 1, or free fall detection, or head tracking. And in fact, I'm going to show you some of the things that Wearable Concept 1 can do, and then we're going to walk through what's new about Wearable Concept 2. So if you can see on my screen here, this Wearable Concept 2 is hooked up to my iPad, and based on the orientation of the headset, this guy is updating his heading. So as this guy turns around in space, his heading and orientation is changing, right? Or visibly, an easier way to say it is like, here's Scarlett Johansson, and I can make her do what I do wherever I do it. So as I turn my headset, Scarlett can turn the same way that I do. She's my new avatar. This is the way I'm going to look with Kermit the Frog voice. Okay. In addition to that, this guy has a wearing state. Now that's been in our Legend for a long time, but basically this guy knows if he's being worn or not. This guy also has a pedometer function built into him, so if I wear this around my head and I walk around, this guy will start to do pedometer. He'll start taking steps, right? So 7, 8, 9, and as I step, it will start incrementing based on his steps. I'm not going to throw this guy in the air because he's a little precious to me, but he would also know about free fall detection if it got dropped, and so there's a lot of use cases for safety. So if this was something that belonged to an elderly person, you might care about that, or a machinist who's in a shop, if they fall, that might be another reason, or in the military, there's lots of reasons it's that important. Also, he has tap detection. Again, this is all Wearable Concept 1. I need to move on to exciting stuff. This is all old news. Let's talk about the stuff that's new. So from the heading down over here, this guy understands his compass heading, so I can tell you where north is in Las Vegas, and it's over here somewhere. And I know that because this headset has magnet improvements, and the gyroscope and so forth know all about where true north is or magnetic north is. He also has acceleration. So this guy's accelerating at 1G down, i.e. he has gravity in the building that we're at our current elevation, and angular velocity and magnetism and so forth. The idea being that we're exposing a lot of raw sensor data that's really useful to our developer community, to people like Cisco, the gaming companies that you've talked to outside, and so forth. Again, Wearable Concept 2. Now, where we're going to get to is some of the stuff that's a little more compelling. This device has, in addition to what I've just talked about, it has some something called a secure element, which is it has something secure about it that is unique. And so what he can do is basically he can sign something from a server and say, yes, I'm indeed signing this, and sending it back in an encrypted state. And additionally, it will send it a unique signature for this device so that the server knows exactly which device it is. And I'm going to walk you through this really quickly. So we talk about that as a second factor of authentication in the security realm. So fingerprint is like factor 1, right? So this is like, okay, so the guy with this fingerprint must be Eric Parati. Nothing novel here. But then I'm going to go onto my headset, and this headset is going to go check in with the server, and it's getting secured right now. So this is saying that this is indeed the right headset, and it's got a unique signature for headset. Rick is the name of this headset, right? And so when this guy knows, it knows both by fingerprint and by the headset that this is indeed me, and we can do a lot with that over time as well. Anyway, that's the secure element, which is really exciting to us. Additionally, we've got some voice commands built into this headset. So what I'm going to do now is basically tell this door to unlock, because I know that it's me, it's my fingerprint, and I can tell you that this is my headset, right? So I'm going to unlock the door just by telling it to do so. Unlock. And this is an enterprise class door that you have here. This isn't one for your residential use. This is the same vendor who makes our doors for Plantronics offices. So this is a real heavy duty door. And again, this is more secure than all our doors at work. And we're releasing it for the first time today to you. Okay, one last kind of demonstration here is this idea of a Kubi. So thank you, Tungi. And so if you don't mind kind of firing this up. So what we're going to do here is I've told you that this headset is understanding where it is in space. So I'm wearing this headset. And what I'm doing is Tungi is firing up a second iPad. That iPad happens to be sitting on a robot provided by Revolve Robotics that's basically going to respond to the actions of this headset. This is a form factor that we're very good at making. We've miniaturized it. We've worked on the materials, but this is the kind of thing that will work with Tungi's organization and kind of factor some of these things into the